Now, love it or hate it, but you can't deny the fact that the future of mobility is indeed electric. The modern age electric cars are far superior and as practical as their petrol and diesel counterparts, while being green and nature savior. Now, one such electric car with me today is the Audi e-tron. Now, not only the e-tron is Audi's first ever global electric vehicle, it is also an incredible start to the brand's decision to go fully electric by 2033. Now, on a lighter note, any car that Tony Stark aka the Iron Man drives has to be special. Bad joke, I know. So let's see why is this Audi e-tron so special and a stepping stone in the future of mobility. Now, first things first, no matter how much you deny, but EVs from yesteryears used to carry a different design language than IC engine vehicles and were not that good looking. What Audi has done here is launch their first ever EV as a SUV, a segment in demand today and most probably tomorrow as well. The e-tron gets a styling language which will help it get well in this conventional vehicle heavy market and also eases the transition for a first time EV buyer. Up front is a large hexagonal grille with matte grey finish and prominent bonnet lines, adding the bulk to the car. At the sides are massive 20-inch wheels with yellow calipers and an elongated body profile, while the rear gets integrated spoiler and connected tail lights. Now, apart from the overall design of the Audi e-tron, one design addition that I feel is a landmark for electric vehicles is the addition of dual charging ports, one here and one on the other side, which actually solves a big parking problem. Inside the cabin, you get this sense of a regular Audi vehicle, which is a good feel if you are switching from an IC engine SUV to an electric SUV. The all dark cabin with a hint of grey elements is of top notch quality. The dashboard area gets a waterfall design with twin screens, one for the infotainment and other for the AC control. You also get another screen for virtual cockpit, making the cabin look future ready yet approachable. Features wise, the e-tron gets a panoramic sunroof, 4-zone climate control, wireless charging, wired Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, optional air purifier, ambient lighting with 30 color options, head-up display and much more. What's missing however are ventilated seats, wireless phone connectivity and connected car technology, which snatches away some fun from the e-tron. Now, apart from the features, for any car to succeed in India, practicality is one crucial factor. And what I love about the Audi e-tron is the very fact that it is as practical as any other full-grown SUV in the market. Check the boot size here. There you go. The boot has a volume of 660 liters, which makes it really massive and highly practical as it is both deep and wide. Not just the boot, the car also screams practicality from inside the cabin. There's enough legroom and shoulder room at the rear bench, and the floor is almost flat despite a large battery pack beneath. Now, I know there is no engine as such, but the battery pack plays a crucial role for any electric car. And what Audi has done is play it smartly by offering two different variants, the Audi e-tron 50 and the Audi e-tron 55. Now, both these variants get different driving range basis the pricing, and the one we are driving is the Audi e-tron 55 with the maximum WLTP range of 484 kilometers on a single charge. There are three variants on offer, two in the 55 configuration and one in the 50 configuration, priced between rupees 99.99 lakh to rupees 1.17 crores ex-showroom, a range that is similar to the other two rivals. As for the charging, Audi is providing a home-mounted 11 kilowatt AC wall charger along with a charging cable that you can plug in any of the 15 ampere socket. Then there are also DC chargers that you can find in almost every Audi dealerships and elsewhere. The e-tron 55 draws its power from a 95 kilowatt hour battery pack which supplies it to two motors, one on each axle. The 55 gets an output of 408 HP and 664 Newton meter. But that's just for the sports mode. In regular modes, the e-tron delivers 360 HP and 561 Newton meter of output, and nowhere does this output hampers the performance much. In fact, in order to conserve the battery, I drove the SUV mostly on the eco mode and found it quite fun to drive like rest of the Audi cars. It was so like driving the regular cars that to an extent I almost got disappointed as I was expecting something unusual about driving a big and bulky EV as this one. The only change is the tremendous initial acceleration you get on the push of the pedal thanks to the electric drivetrain. Like other EVs, the e-tron also gets regenerative braking, but unlike those EVs, it doesn't feel like abnormal while braking the car. The e-tron is also super smooth to drive with suspension soaking most of the bumps despite having a massive 700 kg battery underneath the cabin. This also helps in good driving dynamics by lowering the center of gravity further. The steering was decent enough for our city commute as Audi has tried to lighten it to balance the heavy vehicle, taking out some of the feedback. So that's it. That's our explanation on why the Audi e-tron is such a special vehicle and why it is a driver for the future of mobility not only in India but globally.